What's going on, everybody? As always, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we are going to be going over the Dark Journey calling card in Black Ops 6 Zombies, as well as just a general guide / tips to help you get Nebula on all of your weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So if you guys are new here, consider hitting that like button, subscribe button. If you guys dislike the video, consider hitting that dislike button. All the same, it helps me find the place in the algorithm. And without further ado, let's hop into it. So obviously there are multiple ways to get camos, either with a melee weapon where you just need elims, or with a weapon that you need actual physical headshots for. But there is a easy way to get headshots a lot faster than you would usually think, which is by going to Citadel Day More and then abusing a glitch with one of the traps. So what you want to do is, as you can see here, I have the size out that I was working on. And as you can see, I'm going to build up a ton of zombies. Again, this will also work on higher rounds, because the higher round you're on, the more zombies are actually going to be spawning. But I'm going to run around, get a whole bunch of zombies all grouped up together, and then I'm going to pause, and I'm going to look and see how many I actually need. So as you can see here, I need about 300-ish more until I will get that. So what I'll do is I'll throw that Molotov right on that trap, and I'll sit right in this corner, and what will happen is zombies will come by, and it will actually count as me getting the kill with the weapon that is in my hand. And it doesn't matter if it's a melee weapon or if it's a bullet weapon, it will count as kills, and if it needs headshots, it will also count as headshots. So this is very good, especially for when you're trying to grind camos out for guns that might not be the greatest in zombies, one of them being the Maelstrom, or maybe even the new Dissector weapon that just came out. But as you can see here, when I go to look, the number did actually go up, saying that yes, the camo is tracking, even though I'm not technically getting the kills and the trap is, it is counting toward the challenge, so that is good. If you are on a higher round, however, and you, for whatever reason, want to keep using this, but that trap isn't available, that's okay, because you can actually come over here to this trap and do the exact same thing. However, just make sure that you don't do what I do here and actually go down, because I threw the Molotov a little too close. One thing I did notice when testing this is it feels like the traps do a lot more damage to the player than they used to. So just be careful of that, because again, the traps will do a lot of damage to you. But as you can see here, it wasn't actually the trap that was killing me when I sit on this. It was actually just the Molotov. So again, just be careful of the traps, because the traps will do damage to you if you do sit directly in it, and also the Molotovs will obviously do damage to you, unless you have PhD. If you have PhD, the trap will still do damage to you regardless, so just keep that in mind. So the next thing that we need to work on are our special camos, which every weapon has 2 special camos. This weapon's special 2 camos are, one is getting 300 kills with Napalm Burst on the size, which means we just need to put Napalm Burst on it and then get 300 kills, which will be easy. And then the other thing that we need to do is kill 10 Manglers. So depending on what map you're playing on is really going to dictate if you get this done, because if I was playing on any of the other maps that wasn't Terminus or the Default, there would be no Manglers and I wouldn't be able to get it done. So you'll just go get those 2 done, and then again, it is different for every weapon, so just be sure to look out for that. So now that we've gotten our special camos done, which are unique to the weapon, the next one is going to be the gold camo. So the gold camo in zombies is going to be the same exact challenge for every weapon, which is going to be to get 10 kills very quickly in rapid succession. So basically, you have to do it 15 times, so you need 150 kills total. All you gotta do is just go hog wild as fast as you can, getting as many kills as you can. The best way to do this is to go to a higher round, hoard them up, and then if you're using a bullet weapon, it'll be a lot easier. But if you're using a melee weapon, make sure you have melee macchiato, preferably with the augment that makes it so you can knife faster. And then all you gotta do is just knife a ton of zombies very fast in rapid succession. And then eventually, you will see it pop up. So the next camo that we are going to work on is basically the diamond equivalent in zombies. Now, to get this done, you have to make sure that for a certain number of weapons in your class, for example, at the game's launch, there were 2 melee weapons. So you have to have 2 melee weapons gold before you can then work on diamond for the melee weapons. And the diamond challenge is the same for every weapon, which is going to be to get 30 elite kills, not elite kills, special kills. So basically, Manglers and Doppelgas, Mimics, all those are considered special zombies, not elites or regular zombies. Those ones are considered the specials, so you need a total of 30 kills of them. So there are a couple ways to actually go about killing them, or like a couple ways to get more to spawn. The best way that I recommend doing it is the way I'm actually doing right here, is just by going to a higher round. If you go to a higher round and you're a solo player, then there you go, and then that's the way to do it. More will start spawning, and then you can just take them out. Another way is to go into directed mode, and then on round, I believe, 11, one will, I think, almost always spawn on round 11. That one's a lot slower of a method, and I think the fastest method is actually going to be to just play with a friend or even with randoms, because if you have more people in your lobby, more are actually going to be spawning. So that is something that you guys can keep an eye out for. Now, the next camo is, in my opinion, one of the best looking camos, which is the Afterlife camo. The way to get the Afterlife camo is, one, you have to have diamond on 33 other weapons and zombies, so basically the diamond opal, or the opal camo, whatever it's called. So you want to make sure that you have that on all of your other weapons before you can proceed to this one. And what you need to do for this one is you need to get 20 kills without getting hit a total of 10 times. You can get hit in between, so if I get 20 kills and then I get hit, bam, I have done 1 out of the 10, so now I only need 9 more. So what you're going to do is, or at least what I recommend doing, is going into directed mode and then opening up all the way up to the church right up here. And then what you're going to want to do is turn on this machine right here. You're going to grab Melee Macchiato, and then you're going to make your way all the way back to spawn. Now, once you've actually made it all the way back to spawn and you have Melee Macchiato with the round cap that now says 11, you can come and sit right up on here on the stumpster, especially if you have a melee weapon. And what you can do is you can just constantly melee at the front of the dumpster, which is going to kill the zombie before they can hit you. Keep in mind, you are going to be knifing really fast. I actually did get hit there because a lot of zombies started coming up at once. But if you are sitting there during a normal round where zombies are going to be slowly coming at you and not so bunched up, then you will be fine and you will be able to constantly kill them without being hit. However, if for whatever reason you have another weapon that you want to work on, like maybe you have a weapon like, I don't know, maybe you have a C9 that you want to work on, you don't need to do this. Obviously, you can just get 20 kills without being hit. Maybe in directed mode, I recommend, because I think it'd be a lot easier for a lot of people. However, you don't have to sit here on this dumpster. This is just what I recommend for people that are doing melee weapons, as it makes it so much easier. Now, the final camo that you can work on is going to be Nebula, which is the mastery camo for zombies. But before you can actually do Nebula, you have to make sure that you've done Afterlife on 33 different weapons in total. So, as the seasons go on, more weapons will be added, so you do not have to do all of them. However, you can, which I ended up doing. But, so, what I recommend doing for this is you need 10 elite kills. So the best way to get elites to spawn is either by playing the game naturally with a teammate, which will make them spawn naturally in the higher rounds. However, if you would like to just bypass this and you don't want to wait a ton of time to get it done, what you can do is you can actually progress directed mode to this point where you are using the LPG to summon an elite, and then instead of bringing it to the canister and putting it into the canister after you activate the trap, you could just kill it and then wait for the next round, start it again, and then just constantly keep doing that, and then what will happen is it will just constantly spawn again. So what you can do is just that, and then you'll be able to get 10 for a weapon, and then you can move on to your next weapon. And this is what I personally used to get it when I was actually originally working on it, which I thought was the fastest method, which as far as I am aware, it still is the fastest method. So with that being said, that is the guide to getting Nebula, and also in turn, if you do it on 33 weapons, you will be rewarded with the Dark Journey calling card. So if you guys are new here, consider hitting that like button or subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button. And again, if you guys dislike the video, all the same, hit the dislike button. All the same, it still helps me find a place in the algorithm. With that being said, I'm going to end this video off here, but I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, see ya!